Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Nick's Fragrance Reviews. Today, I'll be reviewing quite a popular fragrance amongst young men these days, Rasasi Hawas for men. And this is the EDP Parfum. And default bottle usually is just 100 milliliters. Um, It's pretty good bottle design in my opinion for a $40 fragrance. On average, retail price for this is around 40. That's what it is on Amazon right now. But if you go on fragrancebuy.ca, people kind of abbreviate that as frag buy sometimes. You can get this for much cheaper. I got it for $25. And it is a fantastic, clean, soapy fragrance. I'm gonna test out the atomizer for you guys. By the way, the color of the fragrance can alternate between blue and purple. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it seems to kind of be like a manufacturer's thing. Maybe it's like it has something to do with the batch number. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna give you a little preview of the atomizer here. Whew. Pretty good. Do 2 sprays for good measure. But it sends, the atomizer is crazy. It sends out a lot of stuff. But immediately, right off the back, you get that the sweet top notes. It's like sweet fruity. It's like apple and like lemon. And it's like slightly watery and like soapy. But the soapiness comes from the ambergris, right? So obviously in a $40 fragrance they're not going to be using like actual ambergris. They're typically going to be using like a synthetic analog, probably like ambroxan. But when you get those soapy notes, that usually just comes from that synthetic ambergris, right? And it's a clean, like, soapy fragrance, like fruity notes as well. Like I said, apple and like lemon. um, Yeah, just one of the clean blue fragrances. Very popular these days, with the fragrance influencers. And honestly, this is one of the few fragrances that actually deserves the hype. It's cheap, it's clean, and it lasts a while. Like projecting, like projection wise, when you spray this, you're going to get like 6 to 10 feet of projection, and that's like 2 to 3 meters for you Canadian and European folks. Yeah, 2 to 3 meters, and it lasts a while, decent longevity. I get like on skin like 3 to 4 hours, and even longer on like cloth, like textile clothing. I've gotten like 8 hours on clothing and even longer. But clothing has this ability to retain scents for longer periods of time, compared to your skin. But yeah, it's a fantastic fragrance. And this, like, for me personally, this was my like first foray into Middle Eastern fragrances. Rasasi is actually a pretty big fragrance house, and what they do is they do dupes of Western fragrances. So they have, Hawas. To me personally, just smells like a version of Versace Pour Homme, and it's very similar to Versace Pour Homme, but it takes some liberties with that. They add the soapy notes, and they add many more sweet, fruity notes as well. So I guess you could probably call it a reimagining of Versace Pour Homme, but I can't like really call it like a dupe because it does something differently with it. But it is very similar to Versace Pour Homme. If you have Versace Pour Homme, you're basically getting this. But Versace kind of goes a little harder with the floral notes, especially like 90s Versace fragrances. You know, like your Versace Dreamer, for example. You know, they in blue jeans even, like they go hard as fuck on the floral notes. I don't know what the deal with that is. I was never really too big of a fan of those floral notes. In my opinion, it's too much, you know. But yeah, this is fantastic. Um, yeah, so definitely a buy if you're looking for a cheap, clean fragrance. Um, yeah, I think, like, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 because it delivers. You know, it delivers. But yeah, that's about it for Rasasi Hawas for men, EDP. And by the way, Hawas only comes in the EDP, so you know, in case you know you're wondering if there's, like, you know, any flankers of Hawas, they're usually only EDPs. There is actually like a flanker called Hawas Ice that also similarly comes in a bottle like this. Um, and also it comes in blue, but this is not Hawas Ice. I don't know why they changed the color. It's kind of weird. I'll see it like blue, I'll see it purple. Maybe it's a lighting thing, batch number. I don't know what the deal with it is, but I got blue, and it's pretty good. But that's the end of the episode. I will be doing like a kind of like a series on Dossier fragrances because in my opinion they put out some good stuff. Some much better than others, but it's for the price. Like, you can't really ignore Dossier. Decent quality, decent price. It's, you know, I like the Dossier lines. Um, but yeah, I'll be doing a series on that. On the ones that I like particularly. They do have some shitty ones, but yeah, that's about it. But Hawas for men, 8 out of 10. Costs $40 on Amazon retail. You can get it for even cheaper. Buy. All right, that's it. Peace.